Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to do a June flip through this little journal, this A6, that was kind of a disaster, but this is June. I do love the red and I really like the sticker that I put on the front, but this journal is a My Paperclip notebook. Very inexpensive, and I ended up taking out all the paper and just leaving the cover because the paper was really bad. It was just like tearing. And I made my own insert, but the insert, for some reason, it tore out. I don't really understand how that happened. But, so this is my June here. I also spilt coffee. I haven't looked at this since the coffee dried. Man, this journal went through it. But let's do a flip through. In the front, I have these stickers that were kind of ruined, but I have Gandalf, who did not do a very good job of protecting the journal, I must say. He was the guardian. And I have these other little stickers that I really like. I put a little calendar, important dates. You can see here, man, I was so scared after spilling coffee and just seeing how destructive it can be to a journal. It made me so much think I need to be so much more careful with my journals on my desk. I need to be so much more careful with my coffee because coffee can or water could just completely destroy a journal. Obviously I know that, but when it happens, you realize that your work could just be destroyed. If I spilt coffee on my current journal, that would just be devastating. When it happened to this journal, I was just kind of yeah, that tracks for how terrible June, my June journal kind of went. This is just regular copy paper. So it just didn't hold up very well. I didn't end up writing down any new releases of books coming out. I did write down my June TBR. Books read. I thought I read more than that. Oh yes, okay, I'm missing 2 books here. I guess I didn't complete this, but I do like this, and I did bring this over to my new journal, just writing them down, not written reviews or anything like that, but just so I could see in my current journal how many books I've read and in which order. I really love this, and I was pretty consistent. I fell off a few days, but a gratitude page that I feel like I've tried in the past, but I feel like maybe I tried that in a separate journal, and I think having it in my daily journal really helps. And in my current journal, I have a tab to remind me that it's there. So yeah, really love this, and I want to continue this every month, even if it's something as little as I was grateful for caffeine that day, because caffeine just keeps me alive. It keeps me awake all day. So I was really grateful. I must have been really tired that day. And yeah, I think there were just a few days, maybe we were out of town, and then I just forgot some days. This is the first page that I created in the journal before I tore out all the pages. So I ended up just cutting out the first page and gluing it in here. What I wanted was this color paper. So seeing this actually makes me happy. I like how this looks, and I like this little sketch that I did in the journal, because this month I was really trying to create more and using my materials. Even if it was just scribbling on a page, I wanted to create something, and that's this journal is no other journal that I've worked in at least for like years, where I actually like used color pencils and markers and paint in a journal. I haven't done that, I don't know, like 10 years. And it's coming up. I don't really like this page. I have my TBR video thumbnail, but I really liked it when I first made it, and now I really dislike it. But I like putting my thumbnails in my journals so I can remember which videos I made. Wanted to experiment with using colors, like using color pencils, markers, instead of putting stickers, because stickers were just not working for me in this journal. I felt like I did not want to use stickers. And maybe because I used so many stickers in my A6 before this one, I really wanted to try something different, and I like this. I wanted to also create sketches in this book, which I still really like the idea of, but if I do that, then I run out of pages so much faster. So I only did a few, and then I started a little sketchbook. But since they are separate, I find I don't really work in this one as much, which is unfortunate. Like when it was in here, when I was sketching in here, I was doing it more. But I like this slug. And I just had a fun time like scribbling all over. Love this color combo. Looks like I had a late start to the day. Oh, and I got my mace. I picked up mace from Walmart because there was a dog that I thought was going to attack my daughter and I, yeah, that was not. That scared me, and I got mace. And then I have a wish list of things I wanted to look for when I went on my Houston trip. So I just had that in here. Some more photos. I like these a lot. They came out really dark, but I like the color that I also had around them. A picture of my TBR, and then my vlog thumbnail, which I was really happy with. I loved the contrasting orange and blue. That was a fun vlog because I made granny squares for like the first time and was really proud of them. I wanted to also stick some like junk in this journal as well, like labels and stuff. I didn't want to only use color pencils, so I have 2 coffees that I finished. These are both decaf. Tim Hortons has a pretty good decaf. Starbucks has a good decaf, but this Christmas blend is not my favorite. But I mean, it's actually like what's in my cup right now. But their Sumatra decaf is better. Since I just want to drink coffee all day, I do have to have decaf sometimes. I love the slug that I drew down here. I was very into slugs. I like slugs a lot. But I don't like these flowers. I feel like they ruined the page. I should have just left it blank. I should have just only had this guy. But it looks like I did my nails. Oh, I was rewatching Love is Blind UK. I think a new season just came out, or maybe it's, no. It's the one where they, what is it called? Oh, it's in the Love is Blind like universe, but I don't remember what it's called. I think that's the one that just came out. So I was like really wanting a new season to come out, and I'm like saving the US season. But I wanted a new UK season to come out, and so I was rewatching it. I love this. I'm trying not to pick it apart, but I don't like this curve right here. I love this page. I like the colors a lot, and like dividing the text into these bubbles. Like I don't do this. Like it adds so much color. So this is very not normal for me, and for some reason I just felt like I could do that in this book, and I really enjoyed it. I was learning. I feel like I'm always trying to learn how to make my videos better, but I was trying to figure out stuff on the phone that I'm actually filming on right now. Some stuff worked, some stuff did not. Oh, my back was hurting. But I think I cleaned really well this day. That always feels nice. I finished The Midnight Train and loved it. And I wrote some quotes. I loved this one. It says, "He read because stories gave him room to grow beyond the world he was given. They helped him feel as if the lives he read about intertwined with his own, like threads in an ever-expanding rope. Stories made him strong." Oh, and then he was also talking about how a person has many deaths in their life of like themselves, like dying off, like parts of themselves that die. And I thought that was so interesting. You know, just thinking about big chapters in my life and how like that version of myself is like gone. So this really stood out to me. So I like this. I wish this were in black, but that's okay. Oh, I must have created something I did not like because these are glued together. Here I have another slug. Was experimenting with blue ink. I was thinking about rearranging my office, which I did do. I've done a lot of rearranging in my office. Maybe more just adding to my office, but it has changed so much. But I think in June was when I was like really thinking, this needs to happen. This summer, I want my office to feel complete. Like I want it to feel like, I want everything to be done in my office before the fall. That's how I was like, that was my mindset. And I still have like 2 things that I need to paint that I think I'm gonna do like really soon. And then it will like almost be done. I saw this quote on Pinterest and really liked it. I'm not super fond of the collage that I did around it. I like this side. I made these like paper scraps out of tempera paint, and it was like really chalky tempera paint. So it's still like, I don't know, crumbly, or like it's super chalky. So it's like transferring. But it says, your normal day is someone's dream. Be grateful every single day. And that really like stood out to me, that even if I have just like a very normal day where nothing like really exciting happens, or maybe it's like not even like the best day ever, that's still someone's dream. So I thought that was a good reminder. Love this page. This makes me so happy, all the colors. I feel like there's kind of a color palette kind of happening here with like chartreuse, red, blue, pink, and I love it. I wanted to finish a book. I don't know what book I was reading. There was a beautiful breeze when we went on our walk. And that's something I didn't really realize. Like, we have a very nice breeze here, and when it's not, like when it's absent, then I'm like, whoa, where's the breeze? Like, I feel like I took it for granted when we had a few days of like rain, and it was just like humid and just hot. And I was like, wait a second, this is not how it normally is here. And then it like really clicked in my head that like it's actually really nice here in the afternoons. For the most part, we are getting into summer, so it will be, you know, warmer, but I really like this. I saw this on Pinterest. Someone did something very similar, and I really, really liked it. I like that it's just all blue. We got a little mini pool, so we're gonna get in the pool that day. Oh, and I spoke to my mom about a trip that we did take to Houston, but I think this day it was like, it's happening. We made it happen this day. Oh, I was listening to The Listeners, which was okay. There were things about that book that I really liked. I liked the historical part of the book. It was the fantasy elements of the book that I really didn't like. And I was reading The Bell Jar, which I ended up really loving. This page I very much want to recreate. It's so like soft and the colors blend so nicely. This is not Prismacolors. These are just normal like Crayola color pencils. And I love how my text is all like wavy. This makes me so happy. I was vlogging. Starting to drink energy drinks at this point because I was getting pretty burnt out on coffee. And I was thinking about our future yard for our next home. I think having the little pool and hanging out in the backyard more made me like think what I would like to do next house. Wanted to switch it up a little bit, so I painted a piece of paper and cut out this star. I just wish I'd written all the way down here, but it was already 1:30 in the morning, so I think I was just done writing. I was reading The Wheel of Time, FaceTime my nephew. I just didn't write as much that day. This was tough. I tore out a few pages because I kept trying something new and hated it. I did a few and I could not look at it. And then I left these two to put pictures in and then just didn't end up doing it. I still wasn't really happy with how these looked, but I guess whatever. I just left them blank. My daughter had a doctor's appointment. I finished this GIF that I spent a lot of time working on and I didn't even use it. It was gonna be a transition for a video, but I still had a lot of fun making it and I do want to use it somewhere, but I have two books stacked that are like, this is my photo and then I sketched it out on Procreate. It was fun, but I just didn't end up using it at the end. In the end. This one's okay. I saw a design similar to this on Pinterest and I tried to create it and I don't like it. I like the outer edge and how my text is going in a oval, but I want to like take this part out. Love this. Super happy with the colors here. She woke up super early that day. She woke up at 7. She never wakes up that early. She's a really good sleeper most of the time. I had a great day. I really love this too. Again, just wish I had written all the way down. But this was also fun to create. I was still reading The Wheel of Time. That's a really long book, so I think it took me a week to read it. And my family came, or his family, they're my family too, but his side of the family came to visit, so that was really nice. This was another GIF that I made that I love of The Ruins by Scott Smith. This book is so good. I don't have time to reread it this year, and I just read it last year, but I could see a reread next year during summertime. It's so good. I like this, the bubbles again. I just didn't write as much in this book, which is odd, because this month I'm like writing and writing and writing. I guess we were just busy in June, I guess, but his family left. I finished The Wheel of Time. It was really good. I already bought the next few books. Again, with like the bright primary colors and trying to incorporate more green. I like this. All the color in this book just makes me happy. Oh, we lost the sun. No. But I got a classic that I have not opened yet. And it finally got here. I got it from eBay, and it took like a month for me to get that used book. This is fine. I love putting pictures of the books that I finished, but I didn't decorate it, so it kind of looks lame. And you can see this is just copy paper, so everything bleeds through. I liked how this was looking. I just didn't write very much this day. Finally used some stickers. I must have been burnt out of using my colors, and I really like this fish. I spilt my Red Bull 2 times this day. I finished Severance, which is this book, which was good. I thought it could have been better though. And I found display shelves that I really wanted from IKEA that I ended up buying in IKEA, and they were on sale. It was awesome. I love this. The bright red is so nice. Ah, the elastic holding my journal closed just popped off. This is the day. I stayed up so late editing this vlog, which I feel like lately I've been staying up this late, like no problem, but I was just like editing and editing for hours and I was so tired, but I really wanted to finish it, so I took a 20-minute nap. Yeah, I was doing the dishes at 3 in the morning. I like this picture. These are the books that I unhauled, which is a video that I filmed and need to edit. And the chair that I have back here is actually gone, which I'm so glad about because now I have a much better chair. I got 4 hours of sleep. Did my nails. Man, I did a lot that day. That night I like edited, did my nails, cleaned, and I filmed my book on haul. This was not as successful as the blue one because I used 2 different greens and they're so different, and I'm not super fond of it. But we were packing for our trip to Houston, and I started Fear the Flames, which was so bad. But we were leaving the next day, and we did my daughter's little photo shoot for her 10-month birthday. So we had to do it a few days early. Normally I do it on the day, and we were not going to be here, so we did it a few days early. And then we jumped to the 26th, yeah, because we were out of town and we were doing so many things. I didn't have time to journal, which was totally fine. I like these bird stickers. I reprinted them and made them bigger for my current journal. We went on a walk and she was covering her face with her little fox. I thought it was so funny. I filmed my stationery haul, which was very fun. Houston has so many cool like stationery stores and art stores, and I haven't been to a stationery store in years. So that was really fun, and it was overwhelming being in that store because it was like, it had everything. And I know I still did not look at everything in that store. I was so distracted with like the brands that I know that I didn't even really look at the brands that I don't know about. It was really nice. But it's funny, I was so like overwhelmed that I left with like 2 clips and like no journal or anything, that was fine, but it was funny. Very much into red these days, if you can't tell. I like this, and I started to do this, which is inspired by Andre Logs. I think I'm saying her name right. Andre Logs here on YouTube. Oh, her videos are so good. I just have them playing in my house like day. It's a Faber-Castell waterproof black marker, and then the jelly roll, but 10. I've had the jelly roll in 8, I think, and it does not work. And I've had like multiple, in 08, the 10 for some reason just works so much better. Like the 8 doesn't work very well. And I really like how that looks. I love how it looks in her journal, so I started to do it too. I don't know why this is here. Made a video. Didn't do a lot of writing here. I like this sticker. I guess I was feeling pretty overwhelmed. I had a lot of reading to do. Oh, wait. I think maybe I was getting ready for Summerween, or thinking about doing Summerween. I think this is the last page. I like this like planet looking thing here, and I love the colors. I woke up, oh no, wait, there's one more day. I woke up before her, which is always like my goal to wake up before she does, so I can do my makeup. I can like have some coffee. I can start journaling for the day before she gets up, and then it's really hard to do anything without her for a while because she wants to be with me. So like if I wake up before her, it's like perfect, because then by the time she gets up, I'm like ready. And I think prior to that, I think this month I was waking up with her and kept thinking like I want to wake up earlier, and it was just not happening. I picked out my TBR, and I said it's insane. It really was. It is insane for July, but I'm really doing well. I'm currently reading Ripe by Sarah Rose Etter. This is really good, and when I'm not reading it, I want to like sit down and spend a lot of time finishing up this book. I have a lot of dog ears, and I'm underlining things. I'm really enjoying this, and I'm curious to see what's gonna happen. And I love that I'm thinking about it when I'm not reading it. That's a good sign. I'm reading another book that I'm considering DNFing, and I really do not care about this book. I don't care what happens. I don't have it with me here, but it's a YA fantasy, urban fantasy, and I'm just so not in the story. This is the last page, no decorating. I was very much ready to move out of this book, and then I spilt the coffee on it, so that was definitely the sign to stop. I have some stickers back here too. But just a very artsy month, which I loved, but it's so different to what I'm doing now, and it's just, I find it funny. Like, I wasn't doing this in my previous journal. This journal just really, for some reason, made me want to be creative. And I loved it. It was fun. I'm kind of sad that these memories are in this journal that fell apart. I don't even know. I don't know how to fix it. So I'm glad it has a closure to keep it closed, but yeah, I'm disappointed. I wish that were not the case. I should have just gotten a different journal. I had really high hopes for this one, and I would absolutely not recommend it. I mean, this is not the journal's fault, but the paper that came with this was just the worst paper I've ever had in a journal. This is not supposed to be on this finger. There are not a whole lot of pictures this month, which is also not like me. Just a lot of lot of paint and color pencil, but I did kind of, I don't know, I felt like I could not add pictures in this book. And I'm not sure if it's because it's small. Like I went from an A6 to a pocket, and I think that size difference, which is not very much, but I think it made a very big difference in my brain. And just kind of felt like pictures were too big for this smaller book. So I'm not in pocket size this month, and I'm happy about it. I really thought I was going to be in pocket for the rest of the year, and I want to be in bigger books because this kind of, it felt too small to put pictures, and I didn't write very much, and I think the size prevented me from writing, which has not been the case in other books. Like I worked in an A7 in December last year, and I wrote in there a lot, but for some reason this book I didn't. But still had fun in it, and glad to be out of it. I'm very glad only 1 month fit in here. I would not have stayed in here 2 months even if I had more pages, because it just needed to end. I needed a different book, and I'm in one, and I'm happy in this system in my traveler's notebook. But I'll do a flip through of this one and kind of talk more about it soon. But I hope you enjoyed my flip through of my June journal. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.